Hey, so it's been a while since I've done a live. A long time, actually. I'm not sure if I've done a live. But so many things have happened since I started this channel at the beginning of the year, that there has been so much evolution personally and as a collective for society. So I wanted to share what's going on for each sign for the eclipse, upcoming eclipse, solar eclipse in Leo. I'm kind of actually really excited about this one because I felt like there's been a lot of clearing. This summer has totally been about clearings. And I feel like this last eclipse in Leo at, I believe, 18 degrees is really going to bring us some new energy, for us to put ourselves out there in a new and different, expansive way. So we'll see what that brings up. So I'm at a restaurant. I'm at Waffles and More. If you've never been here, in Kensington Market, definitely check it out. They have awesome smoothies, amazing waffles, and I love their Americanos. So I may just stop for a minute at times because I love my coffee. And or if someone comes in and I feel like their energy is not conducive for this reading. So I'm going to start with Aries at the beginning of the signs, at the beginning of the zodiac, and see what's going on. So we're going to pull 3 cards. Okay, so in the past, I'm going to say like probably 6 months or so. That's how we're going to do it, past, present, future. Looks like you were coming on a decision that you needed to make, probably regarding a relationship. Could have been business, but most likely romantic, or could have just been an emotionally fulfilling relationship, which didn't really turn out to your advantage, or it felt like the person that you needed to make the choice wasn't showing up in the way that you expected them to, or maybe just weren't showing up as authentic, and so you had to make a decision to cut them out of your experience. At the current state, it feels like, so with the 6 of Cups, so you had the Lovers reversed. I love this deck. This is Golden Universal, and at present you have the 6 of Cups. So to me this signifies kind of maybe a disappointment around what has happened in the past, a little bit of nostalgia, but disappointing nostalgia, a little bit of probably a reflection around what has happened, your part in everything, and you wanting to move on, but feeling a little bit of sorrow or regret in regards to how things have turned out. As it happens, and it feels like, in a way, because I pulled the gossip card at present, that maybe the people that were involved more conflict, animosity into your experience, and maybe too at present being aware of how much you share with other people, how much you share with the people that you may feel that you're not 100% sure about them, but you need to vent. So I guess my kind of saying to you is be mindful of the people that you bring into your space when you're feeling vulnerable. And then nice card at the end, you have Upright, the Magician. So, and then with Perfection, I guess just being mindful that whatever you manifest, it doesn't have to be perfect, because there's always ebbs and flows of anything that we create, but it does feel like you're moving into a space of creation, of using all the tools that you have at your disposal, because you do have the tools, even if sometimes you feel like you don't. So, to a new beginning I see for you. That's awesome. So for Taurus, let's see where Taurus is at. I love Taurians. My grandma's a Taurian. Some of the greatest people I know are Taurians. Okay, so in the past you had the Queen of Cups reversed, so possibly this is not representing you. It could have been someone in your environment that just wasn't showing up. Actually, sometimes this feels actually like outright emotionally deceptive, or just feeling like you can't either trust yourself or trust other people to have your best interest at heart. Sometimes this can be like an instinctual thing, so not really knowing why you feel the way you feel, or could just be a little bit of like low energy, lower vibration, a little bit of depression, anxiety. Actually, also too, not knowing where or with whom to share your feelings. At present, you have the Three of Cups. So in celebration mode, this could be you getting together with friends, family, associates, and just feeling pleasure for where you're at the moment. Also, too, this can show up as getting together with siblings, cousins, peers, people that are just on your level, and not necessarily friends, but people that are more acquaintances, and that can reflect to you your communication experience. So the last card that you have is the Tower reversed, which is a major arcana card. So this is Spirit coming in, basically saying that something's going to change. And why are you trying to stop it from changing? Why are you trying to stop it from changing? It's going to change anyway, so be prepared for that. And sometimes, when the universe is telling you that you need to make a change and you resist it, it will help you along by making the change for you. And sometimes that can be more painful than you making the choice on your own. So the three cards that I have for you from the past is grief. So interesting that this shows up as this, like I was saying, a little bit of depression. If it's not you, then maybe someone in your environment that's showing up in a way that is not 100%. So then at present you have the perception card and the Three of Cups. So when this shows up, even though you're getting together with friends and family and associates that are awesome and great, be discerning, be mindful of like messages that may be coming in for you. And then with the last card, you have gratitude. And then with the Tower reversed, I kind of feel like there's more energy around you being grateful for the experiences that are happening. Sometimes we feel to us, but they're happening for us. So the energy of the Hangman comes up. So learning to change your perspective around the things that are happening in your environment, in your life, because they're ultimately for your good, for your personal evolution and betterment. Okay, so Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? Gemini, Leo, Eclipse. Gemini, Leo, Eclipse. Gemini energy. The Gemini energy for the Leo eclipse that's upcoming this Saturday. August the 11th. So interesting that I also pulled, even though I shuffled a few times, I also pulled up the Queen of Cups reversed. So in this position, it kind of feels a little bit different. It could be someone that's in your experience, but it could also be yourself. Again, similar to what I was saying with Taurus, is that like this person is not showing up in their full element, not showing up as themselves. This could also be indicating a little bit of emotional depression, maybe even like a little bit of like tears, or just not feeling on the up and up as well as you would hope to be. And it feels like mysticism, so the energy of like prayer, trying to reason and understand what's going on and why it has been going on. At present, with the Six of Pentacles, it's really showing you an opportunity for you to serve others, and maybe this is where your ability to move on comes. So you receiving as well as giving, as well as just being in an environment where you can have this exchange of energy that feels like you're able to focus on something that is outside of you, that's greater than you. And it's interesting that when I pulled up a confirmation card, it's you being in a period of recovery. So maybe reaching out to people that are also in need, whether this is support groups or just you volunteering for someone, because that always and often puts things into perspective for where we are. Last card is that you have the Star reversed, and then the clarifier is the Workaholic card. So I kind of want to say be mindful that you are becoming out of balance in an effort to show up in a different way to become quote unquote famous in the way that you in the way that your soul is designated for you. But if you are trying too hard to make things happen, that can be a recipe for disaster too. So follow the signs. The star is all about following your inner guidance, so tap into that as much as you can. So for Cancer for this Leo eclipse, which is really what your second house of finance. So you may have a new opportunity. Just being an astrologer off the top of my head, you may have a new financial opportunity or a new opportunity to delve into what it means to be you in a self-worth, in regards to your self-worth. So I'm going to pause and come back. So for the page of right on. I'll get to Leo in just a sec. So for Cancer, for the page reverse, it makes me feel like you may have someone in your environment that is a little bit suspicious. Like they're not, it feels like, be honest with all of the karmic stuff that's been happening really for everyone. You're becoming more discerning of who's showing up in, who's showing up in your environment that is, feels a little bit fishy or a little bit maybe immature. This can be someone that's younger than you, or can be just someone that's like emotionally younger. But when the page of cups comes up, it makes me, and when it's reversed, it makes me feel like this person is either not sure of who they are, so they can't show up in the way that you see their potential for. Yeah, and I want to get a clarifier for that. Discovery. So interesting. I wonder what that means. Actually, too, it could be, if this is not someone that's in your environment, this could be you feeling a little bit discontent or uncomfortable with your evolution, with letting things go that maybe either no longer serve you or no longer a part of your identity. It's no longer a part of like who you really are, and really this can sometimes be like letting things go from the past that not just no longer serve you, but that you've grown out of. There are things, relationships, spaces, people, places that you've grown out of, and letting that be okay, because it feels like there is a lot of discovery that's happening. This could also show up as having like a younger person or a younger experience that's an experience that's new to you, that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. So asking you to delve into that discovery. So for the present, you have the Six of Cups reversed. Sometimes the brain works a little bit slow. So with the Perception card, it makes me wonder if you are seeing things in a way that is not actually true, or giving more attention to what has not worked out when there are so many blessings that are here for you. So when the Six of Cups comes up, oftentimes it feels like a little bit of a disappointment around what has happened, or who you were, or the environment that you were in that didn't feel like it honored you. But when the Perception card is joined with it, it makes me feel like, take a look at your own contribution, efforts to this situation, because maybe sometimes, we show up in a space or allow ourselves to be in a space or experience or environment when we know that it doesn't resonate with us, but we allow it to be anyway, just for the meantime, and then unwittingly we get taken back by the energy that is not aligned with us, because we willingly and knowingly put ourselves, or allowed ourselves to be in a situation that we knew didn't resonate. So last card you have is the Lovers reversed. With the Lovers reversed, feels like, confirmation. That's what I was thinking. It feels like there are decisions that you need to make that you're not making, or there's someone in your environment that's not making decisions, and so it's leaving you at a bit of an impasse, or feeling like, check my nails. Anyway, leaving you at a bit of a standstill. Interesting. Yeah. So it feels like they are, yeah, obviously because the Gemini is represented by lovers. Yep, exactly. So total confirmation that, yeah, there is something that they're not showing up as who they represent themselves to be, but also too, like they have their own things to figure out because, yeah, they have their own things to figure out. I just want to give a confirmation. So interesting that I pulled the Seven of Wands. So actually feeling like you don't want to defend yourself anymore, or removing yourself from this experience because you don't want to have to, what feels like the energy of like asking people to show up, and it feels like you're not even giving your energy. You're not giving your energy to any kind of conflict anymore. That is the resolution that you've made for yourself. So I hope that resonates. So Leo, let's go and see what's going on for you. All in your sign. New beginnings. New beginnings. New beginnings in regards to your identity, to how you show up, to how other people perceive you, which means how they treat you. Feels like a lot of new starts. I feel like a lot of people are going through the same kind of energy of stuff, of kind of deciding what they need to let go of and shift through. Ooh. Okay, so, sorry. So, the first two cards. So first, past, present. We have a couple here. We have the Knight of, could be a couple, Knight of Swords, and we have the Queen of Swords. So, likely in the past there was a message of, could have been truth, could have been someone declaring something, coming forward with something. Either this is you or someone else. Oftentimes this is a message being delivered via voice, text message, email, whatever, some kind of communication coming through. This is really a slower moving night, as opposed to, well, not necessarily slow moving. This could be something that's quick, but it feels like a realization. Like a realization is coming through. And if I get a clarifier, although I feel like I have a distinct knowing. So yeah, pulled up the completion card. So with the Knight of Swords and the completion, feels like this message came in that made you feel like can't manage this. Not even can't. I'm not managing this. I'm letting this go. I'm going to bury this. I'm going to end it. It's dead. It's dead. It feels like it's dead now. I hope that I said that to someone and actually came out in the wrong way. So I hope that resonates. So with the Queen of Swords, this is you at present, kind of commanding your own, not even kind of, commanding your own, being able to vocalize that, articulate yourself and who you are. Oops. As this pops out, self-worth. So this is you coming into a whole new space of like awareness of your value, of your importance, of who you came in this world to be, and kind of not letting other people deter you from that. Owning your strength in your stance. Interesting that in the future card you have the Three of Swords reversed. So kind of indicates that you feel a little bit of, probably not resentful, but maybe a little bit of disappointment or sadness, not wanting to let it go, but feeling that you have to let it go. You're heartbroken. You're kind of trying to see like how things can possibly work out. Though you have the Gossip card that confirms one, how you're feeling, that other people see what's going on, that other people are involved, probably possibly giving you opinions, ideas, suggestions. Whether you're up for that or not is another story, but it feels like at the end of the day you know what you have to do, you're just not ready to do it. if I could give you any advice, it would be to remove yourself or your energy from them. That will make the decision clear. Get clear for yourself, and then they can get clear too. If it's something that you really do want, let them prove to you that they can manage you, that they can not necessarily tame you, but that they can rise to the space of where you're at. And if they can't, then knowing that you have so many options, because if this is an option, then there are so many other options, right? Yeah. Okay. Ooh. So this is Virgo. It's a little bit of a heavy reading. You have in present the death card. So it feels like a huge transformation. Spirit's coming in to say, like, again, similar to the Leo energy in a way, that this is over. This is done. Whatever you have been going through. Confirmations. Oh, interesting. So I tried to pull up a couple of clarifiers, and these are all of the clarifiers regarding, I love this card, the death card. I actually do, even though sometimes can be painful, it's real transformation, and Spirit's helping you to move through this transformation. But 4 clarifiers popped up, so I'm going to show them all to you. Guilt. So ideally letting go of guilt, letting go of the mindset of like that you have to feel guilt for what has happened. Acceptance, so accepting the situation at present. Faith, knowing that you are being guided and led. And impartiality. So what feels like me needing to tell you, again, move yourself from any kind of pressure-filled situation. Take a step back. It feels like you need to take a step back. And also, too, taking a step back from what's not serving you, but moving towards the things that fill you up, that light you up, that make you feel reborn. Also, too, knowing that the birthing process is and can be painful, not just for the mother, but for the child, for everyone involved. So at present, you have the 5 of Cups, so feeling a little bit of despondence around what has happened, and also, too, like, finding it hard to focus on the positive things, and knowing that there are really, really positive things happening for you, but like the thing that hasn't happened, that you, not saying that you don't want these other positive things, but the thing that hasn't happened is like really taking your energy, really like draining you. Every time you think about it, it like is all of a sudden like a spiral. And then the confirmation card that you have is focus, is gratitude. So this kind of tells me focus as much as you can on doing gratitude activities. So that's like writing in your gratitude journal, doing affirmations, so you can actually and consistently change your mindset, because you're losing energy over something that is not serving you. Even if it's not right now, it's not serving you. So stop putting your energy there, or put more energy, like if you need to distract yourself, put more energy into things that you that fill you up, even if it's just giving yourself a rest. Interesting that the last card, or future card, is the 2 of Cups. So basically saying like you're going to be receiving the possibility of a new maybe relationship or proposal. Oops. Let me pull a couple of clarifiers. So interesting. This is an interesting set. So with the 2 of Cups, you have, I first pulled the confusion card, and I was like, but why is there confusion around a new possibility? And then the impasse card comes up. So it makes me feel like this new opportunity, you're holding back. Could be possibly because you've been hurt before. You're not sure if you want to get into something quickly. But it does make me want to say, if something's coming up for you, it's possibly to show you that there are opportunities just waiting for you, waiting for this transformation to happen, waiting for you to be seen and recognized as the new person that you are. So I think that's beautiful. Actually, beautiful. I mean, death, a little bit of sorrow, which is just like the grieving process, and new beginnings. And it's upright, so it makes me feel like it's a positive new beginning. Don't disregard anything that's coming into your experience just because it's your past hurt. Of course, also too, take that into your new relationships and learn to be a little bit more discerning. Where are we? I think we're with Libra. Did I say Libra? No, I don't think so. I think I did Virgo. So, Libra for this full new solar eclipse in Leo. Partial solar. My battery might die soon, so I'll have to probably stop after this and restart a bit of later. Oops. I'm going to do that one more time. It's warm out here. Coffee break. Okay, so for Libra, you have the devil reversed in your past. So it's possible that you have let go, broken the chains of a toxic, possibly toxic situation, codependent relationship, an addiction, anything that was feeling like you were trapped to or entrenched in something that one wasn't serving you, but it was hard to get away. It was hard to say, like, I can't do this anymore. And also sometimes too, this can show up as like being addicted to work. So this shows up as like the Capricorn energy, which when displayed in a negative trait can show up as like someone that will do anything to achieve, and sometimes that can show up as like deceit or just lower vibration energy. So with that being in the past, and it feels like you have broken free of that, it feels very good. I'm just going to get a clarifier. Oops, that popped out. Abundance. So possibly moving into an abundance mindset because you have let go of this lower vibe. You at present is the 10 of Cups, and with the soulmate card, it feels like happy family vibration, really just moving into a space of contentment and peace and pleasure. This is actually a really nice reading. With the, the 4 of Pentacles showing up as reversed, so actually makes me feel like you are beginning to, let go of feeling like you have no options or no choices. You're beginning to seek out the options and choices that are shown to you behind you, because generally when this card shows up upright, it's kind of saying like, I can't see the opportunities, I can't see what's behind me, I'm just so focused on like holding on to what I've got. But when it's reversed, it's like you kind of saying like, I have to let this go. There are other opportunities, even if I can't see them right now, I know I have to move from this like stuck energy. And then the 3 cards that I have for you kind of really gives me clarification. So perfection card, complacency, and isolation makes me feel like you need to be careful of needing to show up in a specific way. And if you don't, then kind of like keeping to yourself or staying by yourself, when at the end of the day, connection is really what matters. So find the spaces where you resonate with people, where you're loved and honored, and continue to make those connections. Tell the people that are around you how much you value them and need them in your life. And it's not even like the sense of like need as in codependency, but making connection a priority. So last, didn't quite get through all 7, but I'm going to do Scorpio and then do the other half a little bit later on. So this is for Scorpio for the solar eclipse this coming Saturday in Leo at 18 degrees. I think the energy should be good for everybody, but particularly for Leos and Aquarius, as well as fixed signs that also include Scorpio and Taurus, and all the fire signs, so Aries, Sagittarius as well. Although it will affect everyone. No, I think a fairly positive way. So, Scorpio, for your past card, it feels like, so with the card of recovery, 9 of Wands, oftentimes this shows up as knowing that you need to take a rest and possibly not taking a rest. Or just feeling like I need to find a different way to manage my energy, manage my emotions, just a different way to manage, because this can feel like you should be in a recovery phase, but you're not able to get there yet. Although interesting, so I will just pull a clarifier for that. Interesting that the next card, so the card you have at present, is you letting go of this burden, you letting go of this this experience, this place, this relationship, this employer, this space that makes you feel like it is too much for you to justify holding on. So interesting. So I'll clarify the past with the impasse card, which basically says to me that, again, you're at a standstill, feeling like you need to make a change, but either you can't, or you're just not in the space where you can get peace, get recovery, get rest, but feeling like you have to keep on persisting in this space of like almost to the end, not yet in recovery, trying to manage, trying to maintain, but it being a lot. So obviously with the 10 of Wands card, if it were upright, I would feel a little bit more concerned, but it's reversed, so it's kind of telling me that you are letting this go. But at the same time, the victim card comes up, so keep yourself in a mindset of gratitude and abundance, because this could show up as you not necessarily in a bad way, because everything comes in a blessing, but perhaps you like get let go, laid off, or you deciding to like quit a job because you're feeling like this is not fair, the situation that I'm in is not fair, the way I'm treated is not fair, I need to let go of this burden. And then interesting, the last card you have, Spirit's coming in saying like, yeah, this is over. You're letting go of this. And confirmed by service. So it feels like you are coming into a new space of awareness around what you want to do, a new idea, how you're going to level up with your service. Ta-da! Okay, so that is, what was Aries to Scorpio? Yeah, Aries to Scorpio. So, I'm going to finish that in a little bit. My phone's going to die soon. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed so far, and I will chat to you soon. Ciao, ciao.